the Stuka, or in its true name, the Ju-87B2. Now, this one that we're looking at right now is the first Stuka in the War Thunder German tech tree. Now, the Stuka is the second dive bomber you get, and it has a BR or battle rating of 1.3 throughout all War Thunder's game modes. And this thing is actually really good for its BR. It's a good dive bomber. It can kinda dogfight, but the payload it can carry is a lot. And here we can see it's kind of dive bombing. And there we go. It has dropped its load. So this thing is, as I said, a dive bomber. So it dives down, releases its bomb, and then pulls straight up and the bomb explodes. Obviously. Now back to the information on the plane. If you were wondering, in the game it costs 4,000 vehicle research and 2,100 silver lines to purchase. The max speed of this vehicle is 383 kilometers an hour. That's pretty good. Also, I don't know what that is in miles an hour. I'll put what it is on the screen right now. Its max altitude is 7,000 meters or 7 kilometers. So that's a pretty good altitude, especially for a dive bomber. This thing has 2 machine guns, and those machine guns are 7.92 millimeters. So pretty small machine guns, but this is a dive bomber, so it doesn't really need big machine guns. Now, as we can see, this is a tail dragger, so that means it has 2 landing gear on the wings and 1 at the tail, like most planes from this time period. Now this vehicle is actually really easy to land, and it is a good vehicle for ground attacking, which is its entire purpose. And because it's a dive bomber, it has a very high bombing accuracy. But what about some cons of this? Because it's not perfect. Well, it's a very slow aircraft, only 383 kph, and it has a terrible climb rate. And the cockpit is unarmored from the front, so you don't want to be doing any head-ons with this thing. Now this thing is a Stuka, and what are Stukas most known for? Their famous, or infamous, siren. Now, the siren was used to spike fear into the civilians that it was bombing, so that they would panic. But in War Thunder, or just air-to-ground combat, this can actually be a bad thing because, well, the enemy can just hear you coming, so no, we're being bombed, let's get out of here. And since we only have 2 machine guns, it's a light armament, so can't do any good fighting with this. That's a light bomb load. Right now, we can see that this thing is carrying the biggest bomb possible. And that's only 1, so not too big of a bombing load. And the siren, the famous siren, increases drag. But that's a little bit about the Stuka. Now let's go into a normal battle with it. Let's see how it does. Real quick, before we get into our battle, I just want to talk to you about the bombing load, or the payload, that this thing can carry. Now, if we look real close here, we can see a pretty big bomb. It's about maybe the size of our landing gear skirt, this thing. But there's only one of them, and this is the biggest bomb you can put on it. So you can see that this is the biggest bomb. It's a 500 kilogram bomb. The second biggest is a 250 kilogram bomb. And then we have a 250 kilogram bomb with 450 kilogram bombs. So it has a okay payload, but sadly you can't carry like 450 kilogram bombs as your payload, which would be pretty overpowered because these things can be deadly. Alright, now to our battle. Alright, so we have gotten into a battle. We're in our Stuka. We have traces in our basically 8mm in our turret, which is our tail gunner. We have ep.2 shells, and we have the biggest bomb possible. So let's get in. Alright, since we're... Oh my gosh, so we have a lot of Stukas. This is a pretty small lobby. Basically, our entire team is just Stukas. He 112 is down there. Or he 112. That's the Italian Stuka. I'm like 90% sure. We have the second Stuka, I think. And then we have a bomber. Then we have this Stuka, which, yeah, is the same one as ours. Alright, so let's check the map. So we're heading basically towards our airfield right now. I wonder where we're gonna bomb. Cause we're all pretty far away, so yeah. I think our sirens are already going off. Why is that one so low? We are pretty high. Let's see, let's go over here. So that we can avoid the enemy team. Because I do not want to be shot down without bombing. Let's start a little descent. So you don't need all this altitude. We're not like that Doe 217. We're not a big bomber. Maybe I do want some of this altitude. Because that enemy team looks pretty scary. Even though they're all low tier vehicles. There's a lot of them. I'm not very good at dive bombing, so I don't know how this is going to turn out. Let's start leveling off. Okay, air brake out. Throttle down. Okay, we're a little late. Oh, come on, he destroyed it. Okay, let's go to the next one. Maybe it's to like 1,000 meters or 1 kilometer. Alright, but we know that one of our bombs destroyed the base, so that's good to know. And our entire team is basically Stuka, so this round should, in theory, hopefully go quick. Well, hopefully win. Is the Doge something a long-range bomber? Because if it is, why is he like 1,000 or a kilometer above the ground, or right over their airfield? Target is coming into. Oh, that's not good. But our target is becoming ever so slightly bigger. It's rendering more. I do not like how the airfield AA is shooting at me. I'm just trying to destroy one of your bases. Is that... Do you have to kill me for that? Alright, let's start throttling down. Air brake out. Okay, let's go. Throttle down all the way because we don't want to plummet into the ground super fast. There's our sirens. Let's drop it now. Base. Oh, come on. Only did half damage. Landed pretty close in center. But there we go. We have dive bombed. Now, where's the enemy team? Because this Stuka can kind of dogfight. It's not good at it, but can kind of do it. So let's try that. See someone there. That's an enemy. They're going pretty fast. Let's see. That's some artillery. We can go get a ground kill for that. And our fellow Stuka has crashed. Great. How's our team? Oh. Half our team died already. How's the other team? Yeah, we're not gonna win this. It's basically a 2-1. Half our team is dead, and they have their entire team left. Oh, I think that's the American B-18. That'll be easy to kill. But that guy is close. Where are my teammates? I'm being shot at by something. Not the airfield A. It's way too far. Oh no. They're close. Attack! Come on, critical. Ah! Oh. It says I killed him, so not too upset about that. But we clipped our wings. But there is the Stuka. It is actually a really good dive bomber, especially for its BR. So we've seen it in action. We've heard stuff about it. That is the video. Now, this thing is actually pretty fun to fly. I've done a video of the dogfighting at the Stuka in the past, because, yeah. But if you liked this video, please leave a like. If you didn't, dislike. Let me know what you want to see in the comments below. Subscribe for good content like this, or better content, better than this, and I'll see you in the next video.